Okay guys, so I'm gonna tell you in this video why is the main reason why TfL is keep postponing the English test, because yesterday TfL came up with another tweet and they said that English test has been postponed not 1, 2 or 3 months but for a year and a half. It's an absolutely ridiculous idea, and I'm gonna come back to this idea. I'm gonna tell you exactly why TfL does this, but before we get there, let me tell you the ideal solution for the transport in London, for minicab drivers and also for the minicab and taxi trade in London. You know what? A few years ago, when they came up with the idea for the English test, there was another idea that was completely ignored by TfL and by Mr. Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London. And the idea, the proposed solution was a light test for minicab drivers. And I think that was absolutely brilliant. You know what? I'm still doing the knowledge, and I'm still a minicab driver, but studying the knowledge has helped me immensely in my job as a minicab driver. You know what? I feel more confident. I feel more relaxed when I'm driving, because let's face it, I know where I'm going. I'm not even close to the written test for the knowledge, but you know, as I learn the knowledge right now, I see the benefit of learning the knowledge, not only for being a black cab driver, but for being a minicab driver. And you know what? You don't need to have a knowledge as complicated and as tough as the knowledge for the black cab drivers. If the mayor will implement a light knowledge test for the minicab drivers, you just need to sit down and come up with a few runs that will cover at least the City of London, West End, and Canary Wharf, because that's where the most work is. And you know what? Just at least cover the main roads in London. Just have a light knowledge test where minicab drivers know exactly what road is, where each major junction is, you know, where each square is. You know, that will be immensely helpful. And you know what? If you do this, if you do the light knowledge test, you don't even need English test, because in order to pass this fictional, let's call it like this, fictional knowledge test for minicab drivers, the minicab driver, the private hire driver, will have to go in front of an examiner, and the examiner will assess the minicab driver knowledge of London. So you know what? If the minicab driver doesn't manage to communicate in English with the examiner, then the minicab driver might fail the knowledge test, the light knowledge test, and he will have to go back, learn English, and then come back again for another appearance with the examiner. So and this is the perfect solution. The perfect solution for transport in London. Obviously, the minicab drivers will have to work a little bit more, but that's okay. You know what? You can't expect to have something for nothing. If you want to earn something, you have to work for it and then earn it. That's how things work in the real world. But you know what? And I'm gonna tell you the reason why TfL is never gonna implement this. So a couple of months ago, I met someone that told me that he was working for Trinity College, and he told me that 25% of the people who are passing who are taking the English exam at Trinity College failed the exam. They have to come back later. So this means that based on this data, from April 2019, 25,000 drivers will not be eligible to drive in London, because they will not pass the English test. So how come you, TfL, as a governmental body who regulates the transport in London, allow drivers who are not qualified to work in London? I'm not sure why they do that, but the answer is very simple. Because from April 2019, there is gonna be also a congestion charge for minicab drivers in London, which means if 25,000 drivers leave London, leave minicabbing industry, TfL is gonna lose up to £250,000 a day. That's TfL loss. Until now, TfL used a very stupid excuse, and they said, "I'm sorry, but Uber took us to court." It was just a sham. It was just a cheap show. TfL would take TfL will take, Uber will take TfL to court because they say, oh, this is discrimination. Why people who can't speak English should not work in public transport? Because it's quite obvious, because they don't speak English. When I first came to UK, I didn't expect UK to adapt to my needs. I adapt to UK needs. And you know what, I'm an immigrant myself, but and this should be everybody's attitude. You don't have to expect UK, you don't have to expect London to adapt to your needs as an immigrant. You have to adapt to London. It's that simple, and everybody's happy. But you know what, people are stupid. But until now, like I said, Uber used to take TfL to court and just complain about it. You know, this is illegal, this English test is illegal, and TfL used to be, okay, you get 6 more months. But now Uber got sick of it. They just got sick of spending money on the stupid English test. So what they did, they just said, okay, TfL, we're just gonna make everybody take the English exam. So guess what TfL did? TfL said, I think you guys need more time. So TfL gave everyone a year and a half and to complete this English exam, which I'm really annoyed about it, because I already spent £180 on it, and I lost half a day going to this and doing this stupid exam. But what can you do? You know what? If you haven't taken your English exam yet, don't worry about it. You don't have to take it. TfL in September 2020, the deadline for English exam, TfL is gonna come back again a couple of days before the deadline, and they're gonna say, I'm sorry guys, you have another year, and probably until 2025 you'll be able to complete your thing. Alright guys, this is the rant for the day. Like I said, I know a lot of you are not gonna agree with me in regards with Lite Knowledge test for minicab drivers, but you know what? Like I said, I'm not just talking bullcrap right now. I'm just saying that to the amount of knowledge to the amount of knowledge that I did so far helped me immensely in my job as a minicab driver. So I can see why it would benefit so much to have a Lite Knowledge test for minicab drivers. Anyway, take care, and rant over.